The literal truth is this work is hastening. We are having requests from around the globe for new missions. And our missionaries are up. The missionary numbers have increased, and they've increased steadily for years. But we've got lots of places that are still waiting for missions, even as you hear temples announced, even as we've announced a new curriculum for young people. There is a hastening, and it has seemed providential and wise and under the Spirit of the Lord to pursue that now and try to get the gospel to more people in more distant places than we've ever gone before. Prospective missionaries will be asked to enhance and improve and take more seriously their pre-mission preparation. This should include total personal worthiness. There will never be any compromise on that. Supplemented by gospel study, especially study of the Book of Mormon and the standard works of the church, seminary and institute classes, missionary preparation classes, and systematic study of the missionary handbook, Preach My Gospel. And I ask rhetorically, what does this mean for you? First of all, it means that God is hastening His work. And He needs more and more willing and worthy missionaries to spread the light and the truth and the hope and the salvation of the gospel of Jesus Christ to an often dark and fearful world. In the vernacular of the day, this announcement, I say to these young people, isn't about you. It is about the sweet and pure message you are being asked to bear, and the ever greater numbers God needs to bear it. You must prepare by personal worthiness and more cleanliness, and you must study diligently to know the gospel you will teach. We want you teaching effectively from the first day onward, and that will require preparation which starts long before you get your call to serve. We ask parents to take a strong hand in this preparation and not expect that it is somehow the responsibility of local church leaders or the missionary department of the church or MTCs to provide and direct all of that. Now, a couple of specifics that I think the young people themselves might be interested in. 120 days prior to your birthday or your availability date, and that includes high school graduation, you may be recommended by your bishop and stake president for full-time missionary service. Young men may enter the MTC after your 18th birthday and high school graduation. Young women may enter the MTC after your 19th birthday. Great emphasis on this for our Aaronic priesthood bearers through their years as a deacon, a teacher, and a priest. We hope all who are physically and emotionally able to serve will do so following their ordination to the Melchizedek priesthood. We do not express that same expectation for young women in exactly that way, not exactly the way we do for our young men. And there are some places in the world that sister missionaries cannot serve. But those who do serve are stunningly successful, and we enthusiastically welcome your service. Personally, I am absolutely delighted if this change of policy allows many, many more of our young women to serve, a prospect that thrills me. But always, this is an option and is not to be seen as an obligation. Now, some will ask, why the difference in ages for young men and women? My friends, please, we have had a lot of experience in full-time missionary service, and we have learned there is value in having at least some separation between the ages of the men and women who are serving. And it works best when the sisters, rather than the elders, are the older. Let me also say, with love and some emotion, that there are those whose health or limitations or other personal circumstances make it either unwise or impossible for them to have this experience in this rigorous, demanding work. These cases break our hearts. But the Lord and the church honor the intent of the heart. And as I recently said in a general conference, these are also on the team, even as we honorably excuse these from traditional full-time missionary service. Let me conclude with my own personal gratitude for the missionary program of the church, which brought my family into the church, as it has done one way or another for every family in this church, somewhere at some time. And for the missionary program that blessed me personally as a young 19-year-old boy. I have gone around the world with my missionaries whom I love and have said with fervor and honesty of heart that no young man was ever more affected by a mission than I was. It has shaped and nourished and influenced my life for more than half a century. I am absolutely thrilled that perhaps more young women and men will choose to serve missions because of this new latitude in age. I love missionaries. I love being with them. I love teaching them. I love encouraging them. I just plain love them. The strength of their faith, the power of their testimonies, the degree of their sacrifice, the goodness of their lives inspires me to no end. It is obvious that the Lord loves them as well, to entrust them with his precious gospel at such tender ages. The literal truth is this work is hastening. We are having requests from around the globe for new missions. And our missionaries are up. The missionary numbers have increased, and they've increased steadily for years. But we've got lots of places that are still waiting for missions, even as you hear temples announced, even as we've announced a new curriculum for young people. There is a hastening, and it has seemed providential and wise and under the Spirit of the Lord to pursue that now and try to get the gospel to more people in more distant places than we've ever gone before.